It's the Black Ends.
Okay. Oh, and just so you know, there is a recording at the beginning of this when we were setting up where we were playing your song and then I was trying to scream over it. So I might have adding my own vocals in. So maybe I can send that to you.
We'll send that to you. You can put that on the next record.
I'll give it a listen and see how it came out.
If we do these, we're going to do these live streams, or I guess they've already been done. We'll throw a little sample of your vocals over the top.
Yeah. He's an incredible vocalist.
Yeah, I'm great. Never sang a day in my life. I'll make sure to put some cool plugins. We've accumulated fun plugins for producing this podcast, and one of them is called the Dehumanizer, which is for video game artists trying to make monster voices and sounds. Oh, you just layer it on top of regular speaking. It's fun. All right, so the Black Ends.
So the Black Ends is our Bandcamp band.
Oh, so this is a Bandcamp article.
Yes, it is. This is some gunk pop.
Gunk pop.
Okay. Yeah. So the Bandcamp does like these. You know, they have the Bandcamp stories. They do a lot of articles and recommendations and things like that. That's one of the great things about Bandcamp. So we started to one of the bands that we pull each episode is just one of those bands, and one of the articles they wrote, or like their album of the day, or something like that. So they did this article today that was actually talking about the new Seattle.
Ooh.
And so how, you know, like there was the grunge of Seattle. Seattle was this grungy, grimy, dark place, you know, pre-tech. And that is what the grunge movement came out of. Yeah. And now it's like fully gentrified. You know, you've got your flannel wearing, granola eating, you know, punks that have been pushed out of Seattle. And now it's all the, you know, the hoodie wearing tech bros. And what kind of an effect has that had on the Seattle scene of music?
Right.
So, you know, because like basically all of the artists and musicians have been sort of pushed out of Seattle, and now they're all on the outskirts. So that is
it's like that in a lot of cities, I think, right? It's
for sure.
As you as the rent gets higher and higher, neighborhoods, you know, expanding and go outwards. Crazy.
I imagine that's got to be really true for Brooklyn too. I don't know what sometimes cities can intervene with things like rent control and programs specifically for artists, but I think especially throughout the pandemic, you know, some legislation that helped people from not getting booted from their places or rent increase throughout. I think, you know, it's a great thing. I think you'll see, you know, what's going to happen in a couple months when those things are lifted. Mm-hmm. But I don't know anybody who grew up in Times Square, or, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I think, you know, any of the places that we would play or people that bands are from are typically in Queens or a little deeper in Brooklyn and stuff. And I don't know what's Midtown Manhattan.
We talked to John from Moontooth, and you know, Long Island is a whole other world. Cool. But we got kind of the lay of the Long Island land from him,
right?
Because I think that's a place that people,
great.
Huh?
That band is great. We actually played our first show with them.
Oh, did you really?
Really?
Yeah,
nice.
First primary show ever was with them. Yeah, they're phenomenal. Yeah, amazing band.
They're incredible. Yeah. It was funny in the mayoral debate for New York City this week. They asked the candidates to guess what the median house price was in Brooklyn.
Right.
And to show how out of touch these fucking assholes are. And one of them said, "Oh, it's got to be like $100,000," and the other one said, "Oh, I don't know, $80,000 or $90,000." And of course, the one guy who knew was Andrew Yang, and he's like, "No, guys, it's $900,000." Could you imagine being that out of touch?
Oh my god!
With you can imagine it.
Yeah, good imagination. No, when I read that, I thought it was like a joke, or like maybe that's them kind of like, am I reading the Hard Times right now? Average rents for like a place in Brooklyn, $100,000. Yeah, sounds better.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
The not the Hard Times, but Revolver's been fucking me up lately because they keep sharing Hard Times. Articles
because they're both owned
and
by
so
that.
I see it in Revolver and I'm like, what the fuck? And then it's like our friends at the Hard Times. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that fucked me up today. I saw Hard Times posting about
Nine Inch Nails, the Broken EP. And and as soon as I saw the cover in Hard Times, I was like, "Don't you fucking dare touch that one!" I was like, "Oh, they're just trying to sell it or something." Like, all right, cool.
Don't make fun of my hero.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so let's on track.
Let's listen to some gunk pop.
So is this the music that the tech bros are making, or is this the music that the underground is just coming up with?
This is the underground. So this is the underground post tech. This is a byproduct of the tech influx into Seattle.
Yeah, having just been to Seattle a few weeks ago, I can tell you that like it's crazy. I mean, that is a crazy city. It is fucking gigantic. Every inch of it is really nice.
Yeah,
like it's a beautiful.
It's clean.
It's clean, beautiful, large city, and it doesn't look like a place that would birth like interesting
grunge
art. No, just interesting.
Oh, interesting stuff.
I mean, but here's the question that I have: is did Seattle really birth grunge? Because like it depends on what you consider to be the birth of it, but for me it's more like where Tad and
I thought they were Seattle,
and Buzz and Kurt were. No, they're fucking
but they're
they didn't grow up in Seattle. They grew up in like a really depressed industrial town. Seattle in the 90s was already a nice town. It wasn't like it was totally run down. But
I think that's just the area though. Like I think they just refer to that whole area as Seattle, because it's like what people refer to sometimes just the Bay Area as San Francisco.
The industry before the internet was obsessed with creating these regional scenes. Mm-hmm. When was the last time you heard a mainstream conversation about the blank scene in this city? It's because it doesn't really exist anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, the internet has certainly changed that, right?
Yeah.
It's like this, look what we're doing right now. We're just discovering new bands instantly, that are in Sweden or something. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
and being influenced by. I mean, that was kind of what it was your sphere of influence was the pile of physical records that you owned, and then the like 50 or 100 people that were around you at your studio. I mean, exactly what happened with you guys. So many bands were birthed that way. I'm in the studio with my old band, and they're in the studio, and we kind of hear each other, and then we decide to try something different. But now we can do all that shit over the internet with whoever we want.
Yeah. Well, there's, I feel like early 2000s, but that like metalcore sound that was, was coming from New England and Southern California at the same time. And they were very similar, but two totally different places. It's like maybe I feel like Seattle is one of those things of like, all right, if it's going to be raining 80% of the year, you might get some dreary shit coming out of that.
Yeah.
Where we come from in upstate New York, it's kind of the same thing. Like the sun shines very, very little, but you're not getting bands like what you were getting from Seattle out of that. So yeah, maybe there's something different that's happening there, or maybe that community is different, creating something that's not environmentally impacted, I guess.
Yeah, and then it's just so much harder for those things to grow in isolation anymore, because everybody's like, oh, I wrote my very first song, it's on Bandcamp, here, everyone listen to it. So you can't have these like scenes percolate in silence for a while, and then all of a sudden it's like, holy shit! Have you been to Albuquerque lately? There's like 20.
Albuquerque has all the best bands.
20 incredible bands, because they're all trying to sell their music all around the world from day one. So, all right. So here we go.
Whew.
Stay Evil. Is that what we're listening to?
We got there.
We got there.
It's a
fucking circuitous route.
Yes, it was good.
All right, here we go.
Deep shit.
Gunk pop from Seattle.
Time to figure it out. Get up. Make sure he's only asleep in the dreams to get evil. Stay evil. Stay evil. Stay evil. And get evil. I'm not paranoid. I'm not paranoid. I'm not paranoid. Get
it just started speeding up, didn't it?
They're making choices.
Make the choices. Oh.
Yeah. So that was a lot of like.
Cheese ass.
Go ahead.
Bacon. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of like, hey, we want this to not sound like it's in tune most of the time. Hopefully you're cool with that.
I think that was on purpose.
Yeah, no, it was definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
They had some, multi-voice chorus or
it was like some
detuners
weird
or vibrato.
It kept like...
Sounds like the C machine. I have a chorus pedal.
Yeah.
That's, I think it's Electro Harmonic C machine. And
Yeah, it
it's
sounds
got
like a C
warble
machine.
C machine. Oh, yeah. I really like it. I thought it was cool. I couldn't stop smiling.
So when we dig into that band and we find out that they have an Earthquaker endorsement, we're not going to be surprised, right?
Yeah.
Right. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Can we hear another track?
Yeah,
totally.
Let's see. We got Monday
What's
morning.
the chorus? What's the chorus on that song?
Yeah, let's hear
Was
this
it-
chorus. We hadn't made
Let's
the
hear it.
chorus
Did we get to
yet.
the
Let's hear it.
chorus?
No,
Was
we're
the chorus on the chorus?
53 seconds into a 3-minute song.
Okay, let's do it.
And my
Alright.
screen's freezing.
Tell
That's
it
what a
not
C
to.
machine will do.
I know. I'll fuck you up good. They're holding off on us.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I really like this.
I think there's a support group for that.
I just like how it's like something. It like keeps it. It almost gets to this point of where you think the song is about to fall apart, and then it just comes back around, and it keeps doing that like the whole time. It's like, oh, we're just gonna nope, bring it back together. Oh, we're gonna bring it back together.
Yeah, absolutely. The bass and drums are pretty tight, and everything else is kind of
Playing
the
around.
warble effect. Everything over it is definitely giving a little bit of an anxiety thing happening. I like it.
Exactly. You're kind of like,
Well, and that
yeah.
and that never being fully in tune, that pushing that C machine or whatever it is a little bit too far. It's like it's indie, right? I mean, if the production was lo-fi and they turned down that fucking Rainbow Machine, it would sound like an indie, like we'd call it indie without much trouble. But what they did is they cleaned up the production, so it's like the drums are. So you never hear like an indie band with drum production like that. And then they said, all right, so how else can we make you uncomfortable? And they like found a different lever to turn to like crank. It's almost like trying to make pop metal, because what I think is interesting about metal is it's like uncomfortable a lot of the time. It's loud, there's distortion, a lot of dissonance, fuck with tuning. And this like takes some of those things, but then in a real poppy way.
Well, that's what it like in this article too. It specifically says in it they harness the idea of noise as a component of pop music, using distortion and dissonance to augment their dark humor.
Well, it sounds like, I mean, you're halfway through the song and there's been no identifiable chorus. And I think that's maybe cool too, even if you didn't have the C machine or whatever effect on the guitar. Just that kind of anticipation, I think it's great, right? And that's a great tool for songwriting for a 3-minute, 10-second song or whatever. It's like, you keep listening, and when you don't get that payoff, maybe listen to the next song. Or maybe, that kind of rewrites the rules of pop music in general, too.
A little bit.
You're not going to get that A-B kind of, that formula.
Yeah, I like
Make
that.
it weird.
I like, and especially when it's conscious, like a conscious deconstruction of the form. Like in a song like that, you said the next song, maybe there will be one, but I also think it would be hilarious to write a really hooky chorus and then play it once right at the end of the song and then stop the song and go like, there you go.
I would bet $3 if that's what happens at the very end of that song.
You think so?
Yeah?
All right.
Okay.
Well, it's also the third song. It's called Living in the Sea.
I know. That's the one I was
going to... Machine.
Yeah.
Live in the sea.
Yeah, I was going to play that one for sure.
Okay.
All right, let's see. They rode that train off the tracks.
I've been wrong before.
Yeah. But it looked like it could have
No,
happened.
but I would say what did happen was one of the possibilities, which is they've been hinting at this is going to fall apart, and then they don't give you the nice clean resolution of a good chorus. They just give you what you've been expecting, which is a disaster. And then they sort of bring it back and go, oh, but we will come back from that. All right, let's hear
Dig it.
Live in the Sea. All right, come on, guys.
See what's the use in crying? I live in the sea, I live in the sea, I live in the sea, and I'll never show up, I'll never grow up, I'll never work hard, I'll never be smart, and I'll never be you, and I'll never be me again. What's the use in crying? I live in the sea, I live in the sea, I live in the sea, what's the use in crying? I live in the sea, I live in the sea, I live in the sea.
I have the worst anxiety right now. This is driving me crazy.
I want to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the
It's
ideas.
I like what you said in the beginning, which is that they're making decisions.
Yeah.
Was it about this band that you said that?
Yeah. They're making bold choices.
Yeah.
And you
it
get on
seems
board or you
deliberate.
don't.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
I
think
feel like it would come across really well live. You know, if you were completely surrounded by it and you couldn't press the pause button. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, completely.
I feel like you would just dive in. But with that option to step out, step back.
Yeah.
Are the drums and the guitar going to sync up at some point there? I feel like they're going to, but they're just fucking with you for a while.
Yeah. I don't
No,
know.
is that what a timbale is?
I think the purpose is to make you feel like this.
Uncomfortable.
I
Yeah.
think it is.
You know what I was thinking of when I was listening to that part was, that there's a video of like a wedding band, like a Japanese, like a Japanese wedding. No, there's like a Japanese wedding band, and everyone else is playing the song, and then the drummer is just like on a different planet, playing like crazy fills and like coming up out of the chair and.
Oh yeah.
He's got the flames on his drums.
Yeah.
Right?
You're playing ZZ Top.
Yeah, and it's like there's two different pieces of music happening right now. Like the drummer's in one world, and then everybody else is in a different one.
I think they need that guy in the band. I think that would be awesome to see him performing over this.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe the drummer is, maybe. So I'm curious. I'm curious for sure. And if I heard they were
a snare roll for the whole song.
Fucking man. Dude,
if I heard they were playing somewhere around here, I'd probably go check it out.
I'd go check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could. I don't know though. It really just got under my skin. Like, no, I didn't hate it. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
I liked that it was making me that they were purposefully doing that to me because they know that is. I mean, that's the whole purpose of the song.
So how you feel right now? That's how I felt 40 minutes into that Drive Like Jehu show.
Yeah.
I was just like, I gotta fucking get out of here, man. This is too much. Like, can we play 4/4 for 10 seconds? Can we like just do something normal for a minute? Nah. No, the answer was no.